Hello besties, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you're new. Welcome to a fun-filled autumn/fall themed reading vlog. His alpaca is called Harry Styles. It just went from like 0 to 100 essentially. And then he says he's like watched it 12 times because she mentioned it a few weeks ago. Ever since I've changed my Kindle case, I've literally been obsessed with my Kindle and like all I want to do is read on my Kindle. So I think the first book that I'm going to be reading for this vlog is going to be The Pumpkin Spice Cafe. It's a small town romance set in sort of like the fall time. I'm pretty sure this is set in the fall time, and it follows Jeannie, who has taken over her aunt's cafe in the town, which is the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, and the MMC is a farmer who brings like produce to the cafe. I read the second book in the series, which was the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, and I really didn't like it. I think I just didn't connect with the FMC and the MMC. I just like didn't really like them, and especially the FMC, like just some parts of their characteristics were very annoying, and I just like couldn't fully. But I'm excited for the first one because I've heard really good things about the first one, and I don't really know why I went to the second one first when I read that one. But yeah, I really am excited to read this one. I feel like it's going to put me into the fall spirit, like, you know, like a pumpkin spice latte, pumpkin spice cafe, like it just makes sense. It's going to put you into a perfect autumn mood. And yeah, so that's the book we're going to start off with. It's on Kindle Unlimited, hence why I've been wanting to read on my Kindle. Once I get into it a little bit, I'll let you guys know how I'm finding it and stuff, but I'm excited and I hope it's better than the second one. And obviously if I like it, then maybe I'll give the other books in the series a go. I don't know if any of the other books are even out yet. I'm not too sure, but I am very curious about this one. So let's start reading The Pumpkin Spice Cafe. Reading and I'm already at 15%. Somehow I feel like when I read Zodiac Academy, it felt like it took so long. I don't know why, but this is like flying by. No, it wasn't Zodiac Academy when I read Wait For It, because for some reason that book just felt quite long. But this is like 15% already, and I'm like, I feel like I'm flying through it, but it is so cute so far. It really is reminiscent of like Gilmore Girls. I think the author actually mentions that in the author's note or something. I didn't read it, but I remember people talking about it, that it's like she took a lot of inspiration from Gilmore Girls, and I feel like you can tell because like they do like town meetings and stuff, and if you watched Gilmore Girls, like they do that, and I don't know. It's just really reminiscent, just like the vibes that it's giving. It is autumnal, thank God, because I was really worried that it wasn't. When I read the second book in the series, the Cinnamon Bun one, it was autumn, but it was like a summer romance checklist kind of thing, and I was just like, wait, this is not what I wanted. This is not the vibe I was going for. So I'm glad this is actually autumnal, and I'm curious to see if the other ones in the series are going to be, or like they're just going to be different, because I know there's one that's like a Christmas tree farm one, which will be really good to read in the Christmas time if it's actually like Christmas themed. But so far we're just following Jeannie and just watching her kind of set up the cafe and stuff and take it over from her aunt, and just kind of get used to this like small town life, because she used to live in a big city, I think in Boston, so it's just completely different for her. She's like slowing down and trying something different. So yeah, I'm like enjoying it so much more than I thought I would. And like Logan, who is the farmer, the MMC, he just like totally reminds me of Luke from Gilmore Girls, especially in the town meeting times where he's just like doesn't really want to be there, but he's just there to like be a good sport kind of thing and be there for Jeannie. I don't know, it's so cute so far. So I'm enjoying, and I'm gonna keep reading, and I'll give you some updates if I have any. But yeah, so far so good. Guys, I'm reading, and it's in Logan's POV because it switches POV, and he was just like talking about his like animals on his farm. Anyway, he was just referring to like his animals on his farms, and his alpaca is called Harry Styles. What do you mean? I think that's so silly and so cute. Like, anyway, that's literally all I had to say, that his rescue alpaca is called Harry Styles. I don't know why, that just made me giggle, and I felt like I needed to share that with you. I would love if I had an alpaca, but I don't have a backyard enough for an alpaca. But anyway, I love alpacas so much, so that made me really happy. guys, it's been a few days since I've spoken to you, and I think the last time I spoke I just started Pumpkin Spice Cafe, but as you saw this morning I got out and read some. I was about to say I just went and read in public, but like I went and read outside, which was really nice. It was a beautiful fall autumn morning and it just felt really nice to sit outside and get some crispy fresh air and read. I'm almost 50% through the book so far, and honestly it's been pretty good. I feel like I like this better than the second one. I like where the story's going, and it's not like a crazy romance. Like this isn't like something with so much depth. Like it's just like a fun palate cleanser, very easy, very quick read. Like if you're looking for like a straightforward romance, I think, if that makes sense. There's no other like factors really. Like there's a few little mystery things going on. It's like someone's kind of sabotaging her a little bit, and she's already kind of insecure about like taking over this cafe that everybody loves in the town, and so there's a few like little mystery elements, but apart from that, like it's just a very simple sweet story so far, and I feel like it's very bingeable, so I'm hoping I can get it finished today. And yeah, I don't know, I'm really enjoying it. And sitting outside this morning with like the fall vibes and the trees and the people like bustling around me, it just like felt very autumn-esque, and this book is very autumn-esque right now, so like it felt very fitting to read a book about fall in the fall weather outside. Anyway, I'm gonna continue reading. Hello guys, I clearly have not moved from this position at all, but I just finished the Pumpkin Spice Cafe and I thought I'd give you my thoughts on the book, which I'm gonna give 3 stars because I did enjoy this one a bit more than the second one. It came through on the fall vibes and being like a small town romance. It gave what it needed to give. But I will say, like for this one and the other one that I read, like both of them are very like mediocre in a way. Like they're just fun to read in the moment, especially if you're trying to get into like a specific seasonal vibe, because they do have some like Christmas ones too. I think I would definitely read them because they're like fun and very much like palette cleansers, but like they're just like kind of mid. They're very mid. I don't know, just like initially at the start of the story I was like really looking forward to it because I think I like Jeannie's character and Logan's character way more. I don't know, things just went from 0 to 100 so quickly in this story. I felt like they initially kind of like obviously had some sort of attraction to each other, but they were kind of like friends, but then it just went from like 0 to 100 essentially once they like started really building their relationship. I feel like they were just like saying I love you and stuff so quickly. It was just insane to me. I don't know, I feel like, yeah, that took me out of the story a little bit just because how fast it was. Like the story itself was fast paced, but like their relationship progressed so quickly. I think it was just like pulling me out of the story a little bit. So I will say that like I didn't really love that aspect, and towards the end it felt like the author needed to like make the story longer, and so she added some spice scenes that I feel like really didn't need to be there. Like I felt like some of the spice was not necessary. I don't know, it just felt like she was just adding things in to like essentially lengthen the book, so it's not just like a novella, like it can actually be a book by itself. I don't know, it just gave that vibe, so that kind of like took me out as well. So that's why I'm giving it 3 stars. Like I said, it's not unenjoyable by any means. It's fun, it's simple, it's sweet, and if you're looking for like a fun romance, 100% go for it. Like I said, I had a good time kind of reading it, but there was just a few aspects of it that I didn't really love, but I didn't think it was going to be like a 5-star read for me anyway. Like I knew what I was getting myself into. I enjoyed it for what it was. So that's my thoughts on this one. I'm gonna go think on which book I want to read. I do have a book on my May TBR that's a fantasy, so might pick that one up, but I'll come back when I have any more updates. Hello guys, it's been a few days and I did not pick up anything since the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. I just like not felt any urge to pick anything else up, and also I just don't know what I'm in the mood for. I do want a fantasy, but also like, do I want a fantasy? I don't really know, but I thought I would give this one a go, which is Where Time Stands Still by Ennis Perkins. It's kind of like a contemporary romance. It's a bit emotional. There's a few kind of heavier topics in it, and I usually love books like that. I just feel like the Pumpkin Spice Cafe was like good for the moment. It was what I needed, like a palate cleanser, but I don't know, I want to try something and see if I like this one. This one follows Ren and Aaron. Ren knows that she has Alzheimer's in her genes. I think her mum has it, and so she knows like the toll it takes on the person and the people around them, and so she just kind of stays guarded and doesn't get close to anyone. And then Aaron takes on his father's Christmas tree farm when a doctor's mistake leaves his father unable to run it, and he moves home and becomes sort of like the head of the family, taking care of everyone and Ren is a lawyer, so she comes in and helps them with this like medical malpractice lawsuit kind of thing, and they get to know each other and get closer, and I think they kind of build a friendship, and then it evolves into something more. But I don't know, I've heard good things about this one, and it's giving like wintry vibes with the snow covered trees and stuff, so I think I'm gonna give this a go. I do remember starting this like maybe at the end of 2023 when I was like doing Bookmas last time, and I think I did like softy enough at the time. I'm gonna give it a go and see how it goes. Yeah, nothing sounds good. Like, I have so many books downloaded on my Kindle. I don't know, I have an abundance of books, but I just don't know what I'm feeling. So I'm gonna see how I go with this one, and I'll give you any updates. Hello guys, I haven't spoken to you in a few days. I've had a very busy work week so far, and I have a feeling today's gonna be pretty busy too. Today's Thursday, and I thought I would give you an update on like what I read and all of that, because I feel like I just haven't had a chance to talk to you. So I read, what's it called? Where Time Stands Still by Annis Perkins. I ended up reading it on my Kindle like on the way to and from work, which was good because it was on Kindle Unlimited, and I ended up finishing that one last night when I got home and at work. Because this one wasn't on audiobook, I ended up starting Leather and Lark, which I'm so glad about, but I'll get into that in a little bit. But I thought I would talk about Where Time Stands Still because I really enjoyed this one. I think it was like perfect kind of romance, the perfect story that like I really wanted to read. I really enjoyed this one. I think I'm gonna give it 4 stars. It was something I really needed. Like, it was like a good contemporary romance. There was very heavy topics that were talked about. I don't know if I talked about what the story was, but it follows Ren and Aaron. Ren is a lawyer, and she has, I can't remember exactly, but she has this early Alzheimer's gene that's been in her family. Her mum got it young, her uncle got it young, and her grandpa got it young. And so she's just basically seen like the effects that it has on their memory and the way they've interacted with people. She's seen firsthand how it's affected her loved ones, and she basically decided, once she realized she also carried the same gene, that she will basically close herself off to any sort of romantic interests, relationships, friendships, like just literally anything. She doesn't want to be someone who's going to end up causing pain to someone when her memory starts, you know, lapsing essentially. And so yeah, she lives a very sheltered, lonely life and works as a lawyer. And then you have Aaron, who is looking for a lawyer because his father gets a stroke and it's not handled properly by the hospital that he was taken to, and so they want to do like a medical malpractice suit on the hospital or the doctor that was. And so Ren and Aaron kind of meet because of that, but they had a bit of a, not a meet cute, but they met prior at a bar like a few months ago, so they kind of knew of each other, but they like, it's just like one sort of meeting in a bar, and then they meet again for this case and she works with them. And I just really loved how they embraced her into the family and kind of showed her the value of having people around you. And like, I don't know, I really loved the way the story went. I thought it was really interesting seeing like 2 different sort of medical sides of things. Like, I don't know much about Alzheimer's and I don't know much about like stroke recovery and stuff, so it's really interesting to see like both of those sides. And yeah, I really loved how heartwarming it was essentially. Like, they're very heavy topics and the family is going through a lot, but like, I don't know, I just loved how everyone just came together and was so supportive of each other. And it showed Ren like the importance of having people around her, the importance of just taking a risk, and the importance of just living a little, because she's just been so sheltered ever since she found out she carries the same gene. It's been in her family. And I really like that Aaron helped her realize like how deep her biases were about like basically her feeling like she didn't deserve love because she didn't want to one day hurt someone if she was to, you know, get married and have kids. Like, there's people that are going to be affected. I really enjoyed like the way they kind of like brought her out of her shell and basically kind of like got her to, what's the word, like look into her biases and like realize, you know, everyone deserves happiness. Just because something might happen in the future doesn't mean you shouldn't be happy now. Like, anyway, that's essentially the gist of the story. I really enjoyed it, and I thought it was really heartwarming. I loved the epilogue, and just, yeah, it was really cool. And then I read the about, or the section at the end of the book, and I realized Annis Perkins is a medical student. I don't know if she's still studying or if she's actually a doctor now, but like, That's insane to me. Like, what do you mean you're a medical student by day and an author by night? Like, literally insane. But I would highly recommend. It is more Christmassy kind of related, I would say, because he owns, or his family owns, a Christmas tree farm, and that's what he's running and managing. But I feel like the Christmas talk isn't like that prevalent because it's just because the farm is a Christmas tree farm, so it sounds very Christmassy, but like it goes into New Year's and a few months after. So I don't know, it kind of depends. It's like a very wintry, snowy kind of vibe in the book, so that's kind of what I liked. Like that's what I wanted, something like wintry. And yeah, it was a really, really nice romance, and I'm glad I picked it up again and gave it another go. And then I tried to listen to Guild, so I started it, I don't know when. I did start a few pages of it because I got it from the library and I just did not really like it. And then the audiobook kind of ruined it for me. I don't know. I feel like I have sometimes an image of like what someone's going to sound like and what the voice actor might sound like. I don't know, because like I'm reading it, like I'm imagining it. But then the audiobook was just so different to what I imagined that it just like didn't even make sense, and it kind of just put me off the book. Like I did not want to hear the rest at all. So I just DNF'd that one because I just don't think it's my kind of story, my kind of fantasy. And the thing is, like, I'm in a fantasy mood, but nothing is like really calling out to me, and I'm just, I don't know, nothing's just really calling out to me. So I don't know if I'll end up picking up a fantasy, but for now I ended up starting the audiobook for Leather and Lark while I was at work yesterday, and I'm so glad that I did. This audiobook was so much better. I love when audiobooks have two different people doing like the man and the woman in the POVs. Like I just love that so much, and I especially love it if like there's a conversation in the guy's POV, for example, and he's like talking to the girl and the girl's replying back to him. The FMC has like, she's saying the parts rather than like the guy talking in a high-pitched voice. I don't know if that makes sense. I feel like I haven't found that to be very common. I don't know if it's just the audiobooks I listen to, but I feel like they end up just like saying the same thing in like a deeper voice if it was for a guy, or like they'll say it in like a higher voice if it's a girl. I don't really know, but I really, really enjoyed the audiobook for this, and it was a really great start. Like I'm really glad that I read it because I've been wanting to read it. I think I just got to chapter, I don't know what chapter it is, it doesn't say the chapter title, but I'm on page 118, and I'm so glad that I started this because I think this is exactly what I wanted. A dark rom-com I feel like gives fall vibes, and this is literally the exact thing that I wanted to read. So this one follows Lachlan and Lark. So Lark is Sloane from the first one's best friend, and then Lachlan is the MMC's brother, and so they kind of have a romance going on. She's like a singer, but she does things on the side. Essentially, she like kills people who do bad things, like people who are grooming, I don't know, young women, and things like that. So she kills people on the side. Lachlan is like a contract killer, basically like an assassin kind of thing. And he also does like cleanup jobs for these sort of situations. And that's actually how they meet. And then they meet again because there's just something happening, and it's kind of like a, what's the word? I was about to say arranged marriage trope, but that's not right. It's a fake marriage trope. And yeah, so it's like a fake marriage kind of deal, and they have to like pretend to be in love to kind of protect each other essentially. And so that's sort of the part I'm at. Like they've just gotten married, and it's just kind of going into more of like what's going on and stuff. So I really love the series. I really like how Bryn Weaver writes. It's actually quite funny, especially listening to it. It's really funny. But yeah, I'm gonna continue this today, probably gonna audiobook while I work. Yeah, I'm really glad that I picked this up and I'm reading it because it's just exactly what I needed to read. Just something like lighthearted, although obviously they're talking about serial killers and killing bad people and there's murder and gore and stuff. But yeah, I'm just really enjoying it. So I'm gonna continue reading this, and I'll let you guys know if I have any updates. But yeah, that's it for now. Hello guys, it is a little bit later. I have finished work for the day. I thought I would get a little bit of my steps in because just sitting at my desk is making me feel very blurred today. We're going to be going on a little, I want to say walk, but we're not going outside. We're just going on my walking pad, and I'm gonna read for a bit. I haven't read on my walking pad like on a book. I've used my Kindle because for some reason, like our thing is just like a walking pad. It doesn't have like any sort of like rod or something like to hold on to. I don't know what it's called, like something to keep you balanced and stuff. It doesn't have that, and so I've just been terrified, and I've left it like right next to our hutch, and we have like a plug point in there. But I've been standing here and doing my walking with the treadmill in one hand on this because I don't know, I'm just like scared of my balance. It just feels really scary to do it without anything like, you know, around you, like surrounding you, like a normal treadmill would have something there. I'm trying to get used to it since we have it. Like I want to be using it, but I want to get used to actually like being hands-free and just like reading my book. Okay, that's what I wanted to tell you. I'm going to be reading and walking for a little bit, probably like a little quick 30-minute walk kind of thing. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. Hello guys, I just did 45 minutes on the treadmill, which feels really good. I literally have no balance. I tried to like let go so many times and I nearly toppled over countless number of times. So that is just not something I'm going to be doing. I'm gonna like get used to it because it is just like new to me, not having like anything to hold on to. But anyway, besides all that, I did get a nice little workout in terms of like just getting some steps in, and I also got a chunk of this book done as well, which I'm really happy about because one, I'm really enjoying it, to be honest. Like I knew I would because I really liked Butcher and Blackbird. I think I gave that like 4.5 stars or something. I don't really know, but I really enjoyed it, and so I just knew I would enjoy this one too. There's just something about like this kind of concept, and because it's done like, I don't know, it's not like actually very serious. I feel like some dark romances, obviously this is like a romantic comedy so it's different, but dark romances can be kind of intense. I don't know, it's like it's not meant to be funny because it's a dark romance essentially. I don't really know, but something about this being a dark rom-com, so they're like a little bit goofy sometimes. I feel like I'm at a good point now. They're trying to figure out like some stuff that's happening between like all the families, like the crime families, and yeah, they kind of want to hunt for someone, but also like they're getting to know each other really well. They kind of like never liked each other at all of this is happening, and they got married and all of that. Like, I don't know, I like that they're getting to know each other, although I feel like it's kind of like, I don't know, some aspects not insta lovey. It's just like things are happening really quickly and you can't really see how much they're getting to know each other, except for like random little things that they're mentioning. But like I kind of wish we got a little bit more of them like actually talking and like laying out on the table like their traumas and like what's going on and stuff. Like in this one, I feel like I don't really know them, like the characters, and I don't know what they know of each other. Like it's very minimal. But yeah, otherwise it's going pretty well. I just got up to a point where it kind of like is fun that it's like still silly and rom-com-y, because she mentioned this movie to him a while ago, like when they were bickering or something, and it's like one of her favorite movies, and then she couldn't sleep. She calls him and she's like, can you like read a book to me or something? You know, they're getting comfortable with each other, and he starts reading like the script for that favorite movie of hers, and then she's just like, oh my god, is this my favorite movie? Like, when did you even watch it? And then he says he's like watched it 12 times because she mentioned it a few weeks ago, and I just think that's really sweet. And I love that you still get like little glimpses like that where it's still sweet. I mean, she's like from this crime family and he is like a contract killer. Like it's still kind of sweet in that way. I have a third of the book left. I think I'm like around 230 pages in, so I'm excited to continue this. I have the night to myself, kind of like my boyfriend's coming home late tonight from work, so I'm excited to just get cozy. And I finished the book this afternoon. I finished work and just sat and read for a bit, and I finished it, and I like feel so mixed on this one because one, I really enjoyed like the vibe that it was giving. Like I feel like it was really good as an autumn read. I don't know, something about, like I said before, the serial killer aspect of the story, and just like, I don't know, that kind of vibe just made it feel like it's good for the autumn weather. So like it was like exactly what I wanted to read in terms of like the vibe it was giving and like I guess the genre that it's in. And two, I really enjoyed Brynn Weaver's writing in the first one, and I feel like it just came back in the second one. I really enjoy her writing and the way like the found family aspect is as well. Like that's one of my favorite parts of the story. I mean, it's not really found family because they're all brothers, but like just in terms of like Sloane, Lark and Rose, like their friendship and stuff is really cool to see, and I really enjoy like how they all come together for each other, if you know what I mean. Really enjoyed that aspect, and like seeing Sloane and Rowan's relationship, and like they got married and stuff, so like that was all really good. But I will say, I feel like I didn't really fully connect with Lark and, I was about to say Lark and Leather, but like Lark and Lachlan. I just feel like there were some aspects of the relationship that just kind of like happened really quickly. It felt like just because they had this fake marriage to like, you know, protect her family and also help him get out of his contract killer job, that they had to like sort of fall in love. Like, do you know what I mean? Like it felt like the trope was used, and so because the trope was used, they had to like fall in love. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I don't know, it just felt like they kind of like started having feelings for each other very quickly. they did not like each other for a good amount, but it was just, I don't know, it just happened a bit quickly for me. And I think I mentioned before, but I didn't feel like super connected to the characters. Like I did feel like I didn't really know them. Like the way that it was done in Butcher and Blackbird, I really loved that, like because they had like a friendship to begin with, and so you got to see like their relationship bloom because they were initially like friends. And I think I've just like grown to really love like a friends to lovers kind of thing. I don't know, I feel like I just didn't get to see that aspect, but I will say towards the end I really loved how everything came together and how they kind of like figured out the mystery of like who this phantom guy was who has been basically hunting them down and stuff. So I'm curious to see what happens in the third one, because I think in the third one it's Rose and Fionn, I think that's how you say his name. And I don't know if there's going to be like any mystery element to it, or if it's more so because something happens to Rose and then he's like looking after her. I don't really know, but yeah, that's all to say. I did really enjoy this. It's just that like, I feel like I didn't fully connect with our characters, which was like, yeah, a little bit lacking for me. So I think I'm gonna give this 3.5 because I really do love the series, and I would recommend the series in a heartbeat because it's one, really funny, and two, just really interesting to like read about serial killers, but like in a rom-com way. Like who is doing that? Like I don't know if there's any shows like that or any movies like that, but there's just something about it. Like it's just so fun to read. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. I'm glad I picked this up, and the audiobook is really good too if you want to read it through audiobook, I guess, or listen to it. So yeah, that is Leather and Luck done. In this video I read Pumpkin Spice Cafe, and you know what guys, I think it's a guilty pleasure for me because I know that the story is not going to have much depth, and that like it's gonna be a very fluffy kind of very straightforward romance, but I eat it up. And yeah, I enjoyed that one for what it was. Like it's just a really quick romance palette cleanser kind of thing. So yeah, they're my guilty pleasure. Don't come for me, but yeah, I did read that one. Then I read Where Time Stands Still. I really enjoyed that one. I did love to see like the representation of early Alzheimer's, and it's just something that I've never really read about before, so it was really interesting to see that aspect of like the medical side of it, and also like the stroke recovery side of things. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. I love their story. I thought it was really sweet and like very emotional, very heavy, but like it was just done really, really well in my opinion. And yeah, it was really cool to find out that Ennis Perkins is literally a med student, and I don't know how people have that much time in the day, but like that's actually insane to me. So anyway, I really enjoyed that one. And then obviously, as you know, I just finished Leather and Luck. So those were my three kind of fall related books. Honestly, they weren't very fall related, they were kind of wintry. Also, I was really just mood reading. But yeah, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you have, make sure you give it a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Please make sure to check out my other videos as well. And that's about it. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.